Hello everybody, this is Jeannie T with It's All About Yarn, Knit and Crochet. Today I'm here to talk to you about what I'm working on and what I just finished and what I'm going to be working on as my next project because I've finished one. My goal is to knit either a pair of socks or mittens every month until the end of this year. So in January, I have my first pair of socks knitted, and I'm crocheting on the Christmas table runner. First, I finish my knitting, and then I do my Christmas table runner for the rest of the month. And I believe it's going to be done this month for our new month in February. So January's work is done. I'm going to be beginning a new project for February and still working on our Christmas table runner. So let me begin with the completed. Now I used Briggs & Little 100% wool, and this is my first year project completed. It's a man-size socks, size 14 or 15, nice and big. I made a video for this. It's a little more than an hour long, but it will guide you completely how to make these socks, from the cast on to the changing of colors, to the length, to the heel flap, how to divide the leg to make your heel flap, how to do the turning of the heel, how to do the instep, back to the amount of stitches you should have, the length of your sock for the size, and the narrowing of the toe. And I finished this pair with a Kirschner stitch to sew it together. You can narrow it down to just a few stitches and thread your yarn through the loops and just pull it and then darn them closed for the end of the toe. But these are 100% wool. They're just like felts. They're very stretchy. They fit your foot so custom. And this is the yarn I had left over. Now, where I made this pair so large, I had 3 of these on to go, but I weighed it, and it's the weight of 2 hanks of yarn because they're so big. Now the next pair I'm going to make will be a normal size, and so about this yarn, it is like a worsted weight. This is it here, Briggs & Little, made in the Otis Woolen Mill in Canada, product of Canada, 100% wool. And for the heels and toes, I did use a nylon wool blend for strength because toenails cuts softer, fabric. And the heels going in and out of the work boots can wear if they're tight. So I just made them a little bit stronger. They need to be, here's the instructions. Hand wash with mild soap and lukewarm water. And you can lay flat to dry, or you can put it on a sock stretcher or a sock holder. I love these. So I'm going to make another pair for my next project because all these little balls of yarn, I have a full basket full of colored wool right in there. And I want colored wool to make some fancy mittens. But this is what I'm going to use for my second project. Let me show you. So this is the color I'm going to use for my second project. I'm going to make a normal size socks, not extra large. And the color this time will be mulberry. Again, Briggs & Little Heritage 2-ply 100% wool. If your skin is sensitive, this is not Idea yarn, but I'm used to it. I used to raise animals, horses, and some cows and chickens. So I'm used to the feel of hay and straw, and believe me, this sort of reminds me of little pieces of hay and straw. And sometimes I can actually find a piece of it in here. Now, right here, it's a little piece of hay. So you'll also see a tiny bit of white flecks in here because I keep little sackets of, just so it doesn't ever get any moths. I keep little scented sackets into my, excuse me, into my wool yarn because I do live in the country. Buildings are made of wood beams, and I don't know where they'd ever come from, but so far I am so lucky, but just in case. So the colors I have left over for stripes and for mittens, these are all ends, leftover ends. So I even have pinks. This is just wool, not the stuff behind. That stuff back there's acrylic, but all this stuff in the front is all wool leftovers. And I can make some beautiful projects. Look, there's a crochet hook. I like to keep a crochet hook with my knitting just a little bit smaller in case, such as if I'm traveling, sometimes I knit when it's pretty dark. And then later, if I find that I lost a stitch, you can go down with a crochet hook and weave it up through and pick it up again. Crochet hooks are very handy for knitting. Oh, this is cotton. That shouldn't be in there, but I have some nice blue and pink, more gray way down in the bottom. Some nice green, woodsy green. I'd like to tuck the, I wonder if this is the real color. It's glued together, but it's like a denim green. I like it. I can't open the color, it's stuck. So yes, my next project is a pair of socks in mulberry with Briggs & Little yarn, and I'll do a shorter video for this one. It's not going to be near an hour like my very instructional first one for when I knitted the big pair of socks. So that's my go-to project for the month of February. Pardon my speech. I just had a week and a half ago my top teeth out, so I might get the flubers once in a while, but I'm healing up very well, and it's nice to have them done. And I was speaking with a few people about my new ones I'm getting, and some people said I should have had them put in right away because then I guess the plate won't get loose. But I didn't know that, and I was speaking with one denturist, and she wants to wait half a year, and I thought that was pretty long. And I like to have my pearly whites. I need them. It was only a very few years, like maybe 3, that I couldn't really, I didn't want to smile anymore. My teeth went because I had chemo. And anyways, I thought I got to get them done for my own health. You wouldn't think it's for your health, but it is, because if your teeth are going, you're swallowing all that stuff all the time. And I had beautiful teeth before. You would not believe the before and after pictures. So I thought, okay, they're not going to get better. I'm going to get them done. Get them done early, and then I can get my smile back. So just bear with me, and I'll give you some updates how that is going. I wish I did get them in right away, but I didn't know. Anyways, let's get on to my next project. So for my next project, and my battery is running a little bit low, so I'm not going to keep you very long. And I still have on my pajamas. It's so cold outside. See? Okay, so for my next project, this is the work in process, that I am doing since November, because I had to keep putting it down to make orders for people and a couple of Christmas gifts. And this was something extra that I began. And it's a mosaic table runner. And it is created by Carol Ann Creates. So Carol Ann Creates, I think she's on YouTube, but I've got her pattern is on Ravery. So Carol Ann Creates Mosaic Christmas Table Runner. And so this is going into, I'm going to have it done this month, I believe. Pardon me. Let me pick this up. Now I believe, excuse me. Now I believe it called for a smaller weight yarn than what I am actually using. And I still have, so I'm using a medium 4 weight. I have different brands on the go, but they are all medium 4 weight yarn, acrylic. I did different brands so that I could pick certain colors. And I am very happy with the colors that I picked. This is the plum pudding Christmas trees. And when you turn this upside down, there's like white Christmas trees with the trunks. So it's very uniformed. I like it. And if it's too big for my table, I'm going to use it for a wall banner. It's very pretty. I could even put this on my sofa. So I still have a big thing of snowflakes to go. And then I think there's a small banner after the snowflakes. And then some bigger Christmas trees. And that's it. it will be all done. So I know it will be done this month. This will be a completed project. I just love it. So mosaic, you have to cut the yarn at the end of every row. And the most complicated part of it is when I had to go to 3 colors in a row. I had to add the white in. Normally with mosaic, you just have 2 colors going back and forth. But there were a couple of places, such as here and up at the cherry and leaves and the pink. I had to do 3 colors. And at the end of each row, of course, you need to cut your yarn. And I'm going to use an envelope binding. And these are like double knotted at the ends. I don't ever want all this hard work to come undone. And I can't just begin projects and just show how to do them. Which it's nice to introduce projects, but I'm a completer, I'm a finisher. I've been diagnosed with it. So I need to finish my projects. So this is going to be completed this month in February. Now the yarns that I am using, oh, and this is the back. I also use the anchor stitch. I use the anchor stitch so there's no hanging out. And look, this is a 3 color section. You can tell. But I use the anchor stitch so there's no floppy rows on the back. Now for the example of yarns that I'm using, this is all that I have left from that skein. It was a full one, Bernat. And that is a medium 4. Everything I picked was medium 4. This is an all acrylic. You could switch texture, it doesn't matter. You could even put some fluffy snow in there. This is number 4 medium by Lion Brand, Schitt's Creek. Oh, I didn't tell you the colorway of this one is Aran Sparkle by Bernat Premium. And the Schitt's Creek, boy, I can say that pretty good with my top teeth out. Oh, Cafe Tropical. This here I got in a Santa sack. And I couldn't find any more Santa sacks for since I got them. And then I'm using Red Heart Comfort, medium 4. Colorway is Shamrock. So that's my darker green. So I needed 2 greens. And I am also using a medium 4 in Dusty Pink, Red Heart Comfort. And that's a ball of wool. And then I'm using some mainstays because I used all of my browns in Red Heart. I used these for the antlers. Some medium 4. Is that the color? And okay, and also a medium 4 in Mainstays Red V. Oh, it's got the date on it, 2023. 24. I had to tape this banner back on because the ball exploded. How do you say that color? Macchiato? Oh, Macchiato. Okay. I don't think I ever seen it spelt before. My bad. Or I probably just forgot. No, this one doesn't have the date, but they're all medium 4s. You can get this at Walmart. I don't know. We can't get this over here in Canada at all. But anyways, let me know what you're working on. How is your weather? And do you have any plans on what you're doing or making for this new year in your knitted or crochet projects? Let me know down in the comments. So happy yarning, everybody. Bye.